first page has changes in some in the definition. Okay. Because we use terms in the ordinance that aren't defined. So we're going to define them here and avoid confusion. The first page should be self-explanatory, and like the new OWTS should replace ISDS to land development project. I just struck the term cluster and inserted conservation development. Since we're not defining cluster, we're not using cluster. Likewise, the definition of land unsuitable for development, that's taken right out of the state law. But look at your current definition, 1, 2, 3, and 4 needs some tweaking. That's on page 2. I just, clarified the term land suitable for development. I added coastal features as land unsuitable for development. Land located within Zone A8. Lisa was going to check to see if that term with Zone A8 has been revised recently in accordance with some revisions in the state FEMA ordinance. So we can leave that for a future development. Then number 4, the word multifamily dwelling project was inserted in there, and I think incorrectly. So get rid of that. It's not a proposed multifamily dwelling project. It's land used for streets in a proposed project. In the middle, we deleted definition of cluster. The bottom of page 2, we correct the permitted uses table by deleting the reference to cluster and inserting conservation development, and we're allowing it in RR 200, 80, 40, and 20. Those are the 4 zoning districts in which conservation development will be allowed. Similar to now, that's where cluster development is allowed. So really no change there. Is there anything?
R8.
No. Are clusters allowed in R8 now?
No.
No. All right, so there's no change. We're allowing conservation development in the same zones that cluster is currently allowed in. And we're referencing at the bottom of page 2 that you don't use the table of dimensional requirements. If you want to know what's allowed in a conservation development, you have to go to Article 16, which is 2 pages later. I tried to put all of the things that dealt with conservation development in Article 16, so that you're not skipping around the whole ordinance looking for what's allowed and what the lot sizes are and what land is suitable for development. It should all be in one place. It's a lot easier to read and understand. Page 3, I added a section to a current section that you have entitled Reduction of Street Frontage. Right now, apparently, the Planning Commission can reduce frontage down to 60 feet on a cul-de-sac. Well, I'm suggesting that you be empowered to allow a reduction down to 40 feet of frontage on any street in a conservation development only. Again, one of the purposes is to economize on street length and pavement, so that if you have a situation where instead of building a full street to get to a lot in the rear, you could actually have a 40-foot driveway type of arrangement to get to the rear lot. It's a tool that's used, that can be abused. It used to be called hockey stick lots. Flag lots. But I'm requiring it to be used only upon permission of the Planning Commission. It's not by right, and only in conservation developments. So that you're going to see what these lots will look like. And if you think that a lot is unusual or awkward or won't work for whatever reason, you don't have to allow it. It's not something that the developer has by right. He can make his case, you vote it up and down. But again, we're trying to reduce the amount of pavement. Why build a whole road just to get a 100-foot frontage in when a 40-foot frontage might work just as well? A little bit more rural character, wide frontages, lots of pavement doesn't, I don't think it's what you're trying to encourage in your town, but this paragraph would allow you a little bit more flexibility.
Could you, while you're there, just address the lot width part of that statement? The lot frontage I get, but the lot width part has
I
me.
think they're interchangeable.
Well, lot frontage tells me what's in the street, but lot width means you're going to go back a little further. In fact, the whole lot width could be 40 feet. Is that what you meant to say?
No.
Where is it? Isn't it right in that same area, number 1, under in the reduction of street frontage regulations, B1?
Not frontage.
He says lot frontage and lot width, and I'm wondering if you want to either drop lot width, or do you, it sounds like you're allowing 40-foot lots.
Maybe I need to be corrected. I thought lot frontage and lot width was the same thing.
No, I think we have separate places, we have them in separate places on our table. In our table, we have lot width and frontage as two different things. I mean, the width of the front line is one thing, but do you mean going back so that the lot width continues to be 40 feet going back?
What I'm looking at is the width at the street line. The actual frontage is the
So we should probably just eliminate the word width.
That's what I'm thinking, just go for lot frontage, at least you're specifically the width at the front line.
We call the frontage the area between the building and the traffic.
Yeah, the middle. We should, yeah, lot width is defined as the width at the front setback line. So we don't want to reduce that to 40 feet. We want to reduce just frontage. Let's strike the words and lot width.
Okay.
My mistake. Moving to page 4, this is the beginning of Article 16, which is a whole new article in zoning, and it deals strictly with conservation and development. It starts off with the purposes. There are several purposes which you can read. I tried to make them applicable to what you're trying to do in Jamestown. I added at the bottom to encourage low-impact development techniques, because that's something you're going to be dealing with in the future, I would assume, along with every other city and town in the state. But, you know, if there's any wordsmithing that needs to be done there, I can certainly do it. If there are no comments on that,
I have another.
Oh, I thought we were waiting, we were giving you an overview, so I wasn't sure about whether we
Right,
were
Why don't you go ahead and finish?
well, the overview is going to take a few minutes, but
Go ahead.
page 5, this is applicability. This is the section we talked about mandatory versus optional. And you can see the shading in that paragraph. For the purposes of this initial draft, this draft gives you gives the commission the decision of whether to require conservation developments or not for all major subdivisions. And I don't expect you to answer this question tonight, because obviously it's important. But that's what it is. At the bottom, section 1602, we're allowing conservation development in R20, but they have to have water and sewer. The lot sizes with your soils would not be feasible without water and sewer in the R20. Next page, page 6, that's section 1603. Look that over carefully, because we are allowing by right, not special use permit,